Exoplanets. They may not be in our solar system, but we know they're there thanks to high-powered telescopes managed by high-powered people. I'm talking to one such person today. Dr. Emily Gilbert is a postdoc researcher at the Jet Propulsion Laboratory, where she focuses on exoplanet detection and characterization. One of the things she studies is planet habitability, asking questions like, would anyone even want to live in this pigsty? Or would a visit here be worth it if I lose my precious human flesh? She knows things about these distant worlds, and I'm going to get to the bottom of it. I'm Stacey Quasar, and this is News at the Speed of Light. Dr. Gilbert, it is an honor and a privilege to be speaking to you today. Your work with the Transiting Exoplanet Survey Satellite, also known as TESS, has been enlightening to say the least. The work you do takes time and patience and dedication, and in fact, it is my understanding that detecting a single exoplanet could take a really long time, waiting with bated breath for a tiny little speck to pass in front of a star. My first question is, what do you do on all those nights when there isn't an exoplanet and it is just a boring old star with nothing to show for itself except for its own flaming hot bob?
Well, actually, the data that I use comes from the mission that you mentioned called TESS. And TESS is basically always observing for us. So it's even right now taking data up in the sky. So I don't have to sit there waiting at the telescope for data to come down. TESS just sends it down to us.
Okay, and does TESS get bored?
Maybe it does, I don't know. It's just orbiting continuously around the Earth around every 2 weeks.
TESS is orbiting us right now. That includes you, that includes me, that includes chipmunks, everything.
I guess that's true, yes.
Do these exoplanets know they're being watched, and would they think it rude?
They don't know. Maybe there are some signs of life from Earth that the potential life on other planets have detected coming from us. But as far as they know, no one's watching them.
Naughty. Okay, it is my understanding that you've studied exoplanets that could be in the habitable zone of their star, meaning life as we know it could exist there. Are there any other zones that may interest us? Such as, say, walks along a sandy beach zone, or maybe even, ooh, everything smells nice here zone.
The habitable zone is definitely the most exciting zone to us astronomers. Sometimes you'll hear it called the Goldilocks zone, because we know at this range, it's not too hot and not too cold. You could maybe have liquid water on the surface of the planet. And so we know that we have liquid water here on Earth, and that's what supports life. So that's where we want to look for signs of life outside of the solar system.
Unbelievable. Goldilocks. And those three pesky little bears have taught us something about our own Earth. So we know the odds of there being life on other distant planets are kind of high, maybe, which is exciting and creepy at the same time. But what are the odds that these distant beings have made important discoveries like slippers or bubble tea?
Ooh, boba is definitely a priority for life out there in the universe.
Agreed.
Statistically, there's probably life out there somewhere in the universe. There are trillions and trillions of stars. We think that almost every star has planets orbiting it, so there's probably life somewhere out there. Maybe it's looking back at us.
I would hope it would send us a line and say, just so you know, I see you lying on the couch, watching hours and hours of Love is Blind.
They wish they had our reality TV.
I agree with you. I agree with you. Dr. Gilbert, this has been exciting, enlightening. I feel a little like a criminal. We're just watching. Nobody even knows that we're watching with our naughty little eyes, and yet there's a thrill to that.
Thank you so much for having me, Stacey.
Thank you, Emily. Well, there you have it, folks. Turns out exoplanetary research isn't as innocent as we thought it was. Who knows if we ourselves are being watched by some distant, voyeuristic species eager to learn from our little blue home in the Goldilocks zone. I'm going to continue getting to the bottom of it. I'm Stacey Quasar, and this is News at the Speed of Light.